And good evening, and welcome to another edition of Deathmatch Russell Podcast. It's Tuesday night. I'm going to have on the line tonight Stockade, the Devil's Outlaw, Stockade on it. And we're going to talk about his upcoming match this Saturday, just 5 days away. H2O presents Brutality. And we're going to talk a little bit about his match he just had at CZW, and much, much more. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned, fans. And much more. Where he's going to be, and so on and so forth. Good evening, Stockade, and how you doing tonight, man?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Just gonna talk to you about this upcoming Saturday for H2O, as you're gonna be in a three-way dance doors match with the one and only Danny Havoc and Big Scare Dan O'Hare.
Yeah, man. It's going to be exciting. It's fun.
It is. And you're just coming off a big win. Well, actually, you had the privilege this week to wrestle over in CZW, as I was there too, to watch you take on some legendary wrestlers. Came to our arena, to the CZW arena. That was
yeah, man. It was cool. It was a real moment.
I know, man. We were blessed to have. We were treated to something special. It was. And you got to take on two guys that I'm sure you've watched on FMW, and a couple guys, and also to see Onita. It was really, really.
It was a cool moment, man. It was a really cool moment.
It was for all of us, But
no, definitely.
So yeah. So you ready for your match this week? Coming 5.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to this, man. Every time I get in the ring with Dan O'Hare, who I think is one of the future. Yeah. I mean, not just even hardcore and deathmatch, right? I think he's the future in wrestling in general.
Absolutely.
And then then you got Danny Havoc, who's legend.
Now there's
wrestling in the States.
Now there's a guy you have not even. Have you ever faced him? Ever?
I did. I faced Danny Havoc in the first H2O Hardcore Kingdom tournament in the opening round.
Okay.
I got to share the ring with Danny one time.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was one of my favorite matches. I've always wanted to work Danny.
Yeah.
Privilege, and that was before. I think everyone heard the rumors.
Yeah.
He was going to be kind of calling it quits, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Hey, at least I got one with him.
Yeah.
And then it was originally just me and Dan, and Matt called me and was like, hey, how would you feel about if we added Danny?
It's like a goodbye thank you match.
Yeah, man, it's cool. I even told Danny at CZW, I was like, hey, man, I'm really looking forward to getting in there one last time with you. He even said himself, he's like, I am too. He's like, I wish you were at CZW a couple of years ago. We could have done a lot more. Yeah, I know. Hey, that's sometimes how it rolls.
No, but that was pretty cool. He actually, he got lucky. He got to, face Onita, and had a couple of other guys too again. Like in a 6-way. That was a little surprise for everybody, with Ricky Shane.
Yeah, man. I know a lot of people aren't happy with that.
I know. So what?
A lot of talk. Exactly, man. Like the way I look at it, man,
it's a show. We enjoyed it.
ECW got Onita to the States,
Yes.
Paul Heyman and ECW couldn't get it to happen.
No.
XCW couldn't get it to happen. Like, hey, man, Onita's 59 years old, coming off of a broken leg. The guy can't do what he did in his, when he was in his prime. But the fact that he still came to the States
and showed us
in the ring,
I know,
still killed it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just be happy, man. Be happy that you got that experience.
I know. I don't know why the fans were so whatever. It is what it is. People just.
Hey, man, exactly. It is what it is.
We go on.
You have a whole discussion about it.
I know. We go and we have fun. It's all that counts. It's It's
exactly, man. Enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
You know? How many people are gonna, how many people are gonna get to say that they saw Anita,
I know, and then they go and say, "Oh, $50 for a ticket? Come on, really, guys? Really, or whatever, autographs,
man,
this and that. So what?"
Anita is a bona fide legend, man.
I know.
He is legitimately one of the forefathers. There is a Mount Rushmore of hardcore deathmatch wrestling. Mount Anita, 100%, in my opinion, is on that mount.
Yeah. I mean, I even got the figure signed by him. I was like, that's pretty cool. I got the double pack.
Oh, yeah, man. It was awesome, man. There was a couple things that I wanted, but I had to be professional that night.
No, but did you see Jimmy Lyon? Actually, Jimmy had some drawings. I was like, that's pretty cool. You got to get those signed. Get those.
Yeah, man. Overall, man, Saturday, whatever anyone wants to say,
I know.
Saturday was an awesome night, man, for deathmatch wrestling in general.
It was an
awesome night.
I rewatched it. I just felt like sitting down and watching it again. It was great. It was great. You can watch it over and over again.
Yeah, man, it was a great show. I mean, just overall, like I said, I'm happy. Matt, I consider Matt like family.
He is.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
I'm happy for CGW and Danny and Ricky. I'm happy. Overall, man, awesome night, a great time. But now it's time to move forward and say slow.
Exactly, and then what else do you got planned for yourself? Are there any other upcoming shows coming up?
Yeah, man, I got ever since coming back to CZW, I've been fortunate that my stuff's picked up. I got H2O this weekend. I got a small show here in New York on Friday.
Oh, cool.
The following week, I'm doing a Wednesday show in New York. Then that 19th, I think it's the 19th and 20th. I'm up in Connecticut. I'm
all
I'm
over.
Picking it up, man.
Yeah. You wrestle for that. You go a Beyond. Is that Beyond? You gonna head up to?
I haven't been at Beyond in a while.
No. Yeah.
The last time I was at Beyond.
Yeah.
Was probably about a year ago. You never know. I'm always game.
I know.
Bring it back. I know they're going. They always interchange their rosters and try to keep it fresh. So hopefully, maybe this time next year I'll be back up there.
I know you got to come down here by us, like the Jersey. The JPCW is a local promotion. I got to talk to Kyle, my friend Kyle, get you over there.
Yeah, man, I'm down to go anywhere, man. I travel. I don't mind, dude.
VOW? How about
VOW?
How about VOW? There's another marking stone you probably.
I was actually supposed to work for VOW back in June.
Yeah, but, didn't
I'm
falter.
One of the head trainers of NYWC, which is Mikey Whipwreck's school. And unfortunately, our show date, coincided with that, and I can't miss my home promotion.
No.
So
you guys,
I know G-Raver's a big player.
I know, man.
He talked to me about it. A couple other guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the near future, I'm looking to definitely get down there.
Sweet. Well, maybe next year for the tournament. You never know.
Yeah, man, you never know.
Who'd you look up to? Let's go.
Man, well, when I first started watching wrestling, I still am a huge Jake Roberts fan.
Okay.
At first it's all about the snake. It's cool, but then as I got older and you start reading, listening to interviews and stuff, you're like, wow, this guy's one of the best ever. But honestly, where I really got hooked, man, and I know it's kind of cliche to say, and I know Matt kind of has a similar story. But legitimate, man, there was a flea market up in where I was living, Long Island. Yeah. And it was a sports memorabilia. And he had a bunch of old wrestling tapes, and it was one of them was I think it was not the King of the Deathmatch tournament, but it was an FMW tape. Yeah. And that's when I first saw hardcore, and then old ECW tapes. This is 97. Yeah. So Barely Legal I got, and then I got the old, the RF stuff, and I saw stuff Cactus did, and I
know Cactus was a big.
Cactus was a huge. Cactus a huge influence on me. I mean, anyone who watches me can see it.
Yeah, I know, from the dives to the floor, the elbow drops to the floor.
Yeah. So
that was always my favorite guy.
Those guys, man. I'm a Kevin Sullivan. Yes, awesome because he's part of the Awakening.
Yes, he is.
Anyone that's different, man. Anyone that stood out to me, Terry. I'm a huge Terry Funk fan. So
Bruiser Brody.
It's just
grew up with
Brody Hansen, man. Once I got out of that FMW phase, where I started watching All Japan stuff. Yeah. Once YouTube came out, I was off to the races, man. I joined wrestling, and YouTube kind of came out at the same time, so I just kind of
jumped right into
old school, All Japan, and Dr. Death and
Mr. Pogo and all that crap. Yeah, all the Mr. Pogo and all the legends.
Exactly.
Onita to Jude Kasai, and you name it, all these guys we see.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, dude. Those guys are badass, man. That's cool about hanging around Masada.
Yes.
Hearing all the stories that Masada went through in the battles and stuff that he went through with all those guys.
Yeah.
Work Masada.
Even Danny.
It's cool, man. I'm fortunate, man. Everything I do, I consider I'm lucky.
Even
I'm
Danny
just a
Havoc,
kid that grew up on Long Island.
Just think Danny was there, too, It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, dude. Those all the guys. Danny, I think Danny was over there.
Yeah, Drake.
Yeah, Callahan's been over the family. It's cool,
Drake.
man.
I think Drake.
I know people give CZW a lot of shit, man. I know people give DJ a lot of shit. And
I know.
DJ's DJ. He's never done anything bad by me.
Yeah.
But, I love that company, man. I think that company is, I love it.
Dude,
I watch old school CZW, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
And being like, when I wrestle, I want to wrestle there.
Yeah, and you got to where you are today, and you're blessed,
Yeah, man, I'm lucky.
So... Yeah, that's like a big, that's a stone to get, everybody I was never into CZW, like YouTube was the big thing for it, or friends just telling you, go to CZW, trying to get to a show. I never was at the arena, like in Philly. I would always, the ECW arena, I'd always hear about it, by DVDs and all that. And then, I got hooked up with a friend who, we were like, oh, there's a promotion, PW Pro Wrestling Unplugged wrestling, like old school.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Unplugged. I remember that. That was still around when I trained.
Yeah. From Devon Moore.
Yeah, man, that's
I know.
CZW. I was fortunate. One of my goals was to wrestle in the arena.
Yeah.
And then, midway through me training and being a wrestler, closed down.
Yeah.
And they weren't allowing wrestling.
No.
And then, by luck, man, I got into CZW. I was feuding with Tremont. We had, we had a match in the arena, so I got to have at least one match in the arena, which was a huge deal for me. And I think it was the anniversary show. If you actually watch that DVD or whatever.
Yeah.
When I come out, I'm actually in awe of being there. It's breath of, it's like my Madison Square Garden, that building.
It is.
So many guys that I looked up to were in that building and just did some of the greatest work in wrestling ever in that one building. So that was cool.
And we see the banners, of all our guys that we know.
Banners, man, the UCW mural in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Just the building, man. Just that building. They're just it's legendary, It's just it's legendary.
It is. I've been there a couple times, and that's pretty
That's
cool.
Awesome, man.
And you've been there a lot too for a lot of different kind of shows, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know definitely. Like I said, I've been there for a lot of shows I was hoping to get on. I did a couple small things back when Adam Pearce was booking Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
I never got to work in the arena, and that was always my goal.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you got to, blah, 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 blah. What was I going to ask you? Brain fart. No, I don't know. We got this. So, Matt's taking on, I think also, the whole card looks pretty good for this week, too. I was talking to Amy Lee. She's going to take on Matt Tremont. She's going to take on Matt.
Yeah, that's awesome. Amy's coming out of retirement for that, right?
I guess so. Yeah. She's looking forward to it.
That's going to be awesome.
It is.
I think she's like Matt's wrestling mom or something, something crazy like that, right?
Yeah. And then you got
yeah, man. I think that's gonna be cool. I think you got Cannonball and Eric Calloway.
Domestic dispute. That's gonna be great. We have no clue, and then we got the DJ versus Schlack. That's gonna be a good.
Dude, I promise you that. I guarantee everyone that's in the locker room will be out there watching that one.
Yeah, my buddy's coming with me, so we're ready.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome. You got any questions for me? Anything?
Well, I mean, what'd you think of Once in a Lifetime?
I loved it. I had no complaints at all. I enjoyed.
I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad that
fans.
It's nice to hear that you enjoyed it.
Exactly.
I know, like I said, there's a lot of negative out there.
I know. No, always is. And you know what? That is what it is. Drama of the wrestling world. But
Yeah, man, that's cool, man. I'm glad you had a good time. That's all that matters. I'm glad, did you get to meet Onita?
Of course. You probably saw my picture I put up. I got a picture.
I didn't get to see it. No, I didn't get to see it. That's awesome, man. Like I said, man, at least you appreciate it.
Yeah, I saw you guys did a big...
It's awesome. I know some of these CZW fans, I know the South Philly, Jersey fans, they can be a little rough and critical, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. I come to every show. You know that. You always see me everywhere.
Yeah, no, I always see you, man. I always see you having a good time.
I haven't been to that WOW in a long time. The down in Staten Island. I haven't been there in a while. That one federation.
Warriors Wrestling?
Yeah. I haven't been there.
I've never really been to one of their shows before, so I don't really know. I know a couple guys that work there, though, but they seem like good cats.